Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys once again for tuning into another pre-market watch list here today. So hopefully today is a good day. Not gonna lie, yesterday was not a good day for me, especially because Thinkorswim froze. So I'm not sure if any of you guys had that. We're in while TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim was down, but for a majority of the day, their program froze and it really basically everything up. So that was not cool. It was really not a good day yesterday because of that. So hopefully the day picks up. We do a little bit better. It's good. Anywho, so we're going to get started on our watch list here today. Yeah, Robert, so I'm assuming yours froze too. Anywho, so let's go ahead, start sharing the screen and get into sharing these stocks. All right. So let's go to here and we'll do that guy. All right. So you guys should be able to see the screen now. So yeah, the freeze was pretty ridiculous yesterday. But anyways, yesterday is yesterday. Today is a new day. So I'll run through some of the stocks that are on my watch list first. And then, of course, we'll do it as we always do it. And we'll get to some of your guys' stocks, okay? So first one on the watch list here today that I thought might be good is TWX. So TWX is Time Warner. If you're not familiar, Time Warner has they're closing a deal, I believe, with AT&T, where AT&T has agreed to pay $85 billion for Time Warner. I believe that was the bid that AT&T did. It was a $85 billion bid for them to win over Time Warner. So as you can see, Time Warner gapped up this morning I guess you could say yesterday, from 96 to 101, and now it's kind of just hovering around here. So again, I think that Time Warner is probably going to be in play today. So that's primarily why it's on the watch list here. Now, I'm not a big fan with the way that it looks right now, considering it had kind of popped up, faded, dropped down, and now it's kind of curling back up. So it's not quite sure which direction it wants to go. But based on the news, I think that we would see a green day, or at least we're going to see a pop in the morning initially. So what I'm going to be watching for on Time Warner or TWX is to see if the stock kind of pops back up to some of these levels, like right here, or maybe even higher, and it retests the 101 area. But you're right, cool. I would expect that today on Time Warner, we're going to see it maybe pop and then start fading out to the downside for people taking profits, okay? You're exactly right, Cooley. I would expect that there's going to be some profit taking. So all I can say is to watch Time Warner, because I do believe that it's probably going to fade out today, but it might first come up to retest the aftermarket consolidation area or some of these aftermarket high levels where I just mapped out with those green dotted lines. All right, so those are kind of some levels that I would watch for if the stock is going up to look for a short. So that's kind of just one to keep on the watch. The one I like the most today is HRB, which is H&R Block. So H&R Block had earnings and they gapped down quite a bit. All right, they gapped down quite a bit here, as you can see, from 30 all the way down to a low of like 23, 24. If you look at the yearly chart on H&R Block, you'll see that 24 is a strong support level. You can see it's bounced there before multiple times in that area. So 24 is a respectable and true support area that H&R Block may just kind of hover around for the day. So initially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be watching H&R Block short below the 24 level. Right now it is below 24. So if it can kind of stay right below 24, we're going to be looking to open a short position in the hopes that it fails and starts fading out, and then maybe a target price of $20. The reason I would pick $20 is because 20 is the 3-year low. So again, as long as H&R Block can hold below $24, we should see H&R Block hopefully continue to fade to the downside. On the flip side, H&R Block is on a support level. So if it fails to break down, we could in fact see H&R Block or HRB continue or start to turn to the upside. You got to understand that there were definitely a lot of people short selling the stock. So it's definitely possible that we're going to see H&R Block squeeze higher today. So do watch H&R Block for both long and short. I'd be short bias below 24 and long bias if it can break back up and hold above the $24 mark. All right, next one on the watch list, we'll talk about Netflix. There we go. So Netflix did exactly what I thought it was going to do. So Netflix, I'm just going to be watching, primarily going to be watching Netflix today just because it's proving that there has a lot of range. As you can see in aftermarket trading, it went to 357, and then pre-market trading, it went all the way up to 372, and then it went back down to 364. So right now, Netflix has a lot of range. Unfortunately, I was looking to long Netflix off the 364, 365 area, which is like right about there. So you can see it's already kind of bouncing off that area. I won't touch too much here on Netflix just because it's not, one of my favorite setups, but I'm only watching it because of the range that it has. So if you're not, experienced or not too comfortable, I wouldn't necessarily look to trade Netflix today because Netflix is going to be more of an intraday setup, reading candlesticks and small intraday moves. So again, I would probably stay away from it if you're not very, very good at doing intraday setups. If you're someone who's only good at trading extremes, then this probably isn't the stock for you to necessarily trade today. But again, I'll be watching Netflix. That's another stock I'll keep in my watch, primarily because of the range that it has right now and the range that it's seeing. All right. Next one down on the list is AT&T. So AT&T has been dropping and dropping and dropping here pre-market and from after hours trading. So it's a big gap down. It has bounced off the $32 level. And it has resistance here from aftermarket at 33.26, and then some more resistance here at 33.69. So again, AT&T is the one who is buying out Time Warner's for $85 billion. Time Warner's went up, AT&T has dropped. So again, this is another stock that we'll be watching based off of news that's moving today. If you look at the yearly chart right here, AT&T does have kind of a support built up right in this $32.50 area, $32.70 area. And that's probably why it had bounced pre-market right around that 32.60s level, was from its yearly support area. So again, going to be watching AT&T today. Personally, it's hard to tell exactly what it's going to do. I might stay away from AT&T if it gets too choppy. But what I would probably do is I'm most likely going to look to short AT&T off of this level right here. Right where I drew that yellow arrow, this is what I'm going to look to do. I'm probably going to look to short AT&T if it gets back up to this like 33.20s area. All right. And then lastly, I'll talk about Micron, which is MU, which MU is on the watch list. It's hard to say exactly what's going to happen here, but I think MU is going to be setting up for another red day, and we're going to drop a little bit lower and test some key levels today. But I'm expecting a red day on MU, or at least I think. So I'll be watching MU to the downside or short today. All right, guys. So that's enough of my watch list, kind of just all over the place a little bit. So now I'll take the time to look at some of your guys' stocks. So I'll look at CANF, which is, I believe, a pot stock. Am I correct? Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. I don't really follow this stock. But so it's a biofarm stock. 1 day, 1 minute. So yeah, it's up pretty big this morning, up to $1.62. It has relatively good volume this morning. All right. Ideally, if you were going to, don't want that. I want this. If you were to trade this stock today, the entry would have to be, so it's going to either break down or it's going to break up before market open. So at around 9:13, if it gets squeezed into this corner, right, it might do something like this. Personally, I'm not going to trade CANF because the volume for me isn't quite there. The chart doesn't look all that great right now. It actually kind of looks a little weak. So I'm not going to follow it, even though it has some news today and it's popping up. I think we're going to end up, I don't really think it's going to do a whole heck of a lot today. So I'm probably going to stay away from it. What's the yearly chart look like? We're at $1.59. Yeah, and it's right at resistance. So again, I wouldn't really necessarily think that CANF is going to have all that good of a day because it's right at the 200 moving average on the daily chart. So it's perfectly right at resistance. So I would imagine we're probably not going to do too much today on that particular stock. ENPH, another penny stock that's up today. ENPH for me, I'm going to watch it, but so far it doesn't really look that good. The chart's really choppy from up, down, up, down, up, down. It's just an all over the place chart. Not much of a good read there. It does have some good news, so you can watch that. But again, ENPH to me does not look like a really, really good stock that's setting up. The technicals too, if you look at the yearly chart, what it bounced off 442. So let's go back over this yearly chart, 442. So it did bounce off of some support, and now it's all the way back up to $6. So it's right at resistance again. So I don't think ENPH is going to have a heck of a very good day. I'm still going to watch it, but again, it's right up towards its resistance levels. So I would assume that we're probably not going to see too big of a day there on ENPH. Okay. Which setups do I trade? I trade pretty much everything. Gap and goes, gap downs, double tops, double bottoms, reversals, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, ascending wedges, descending triangles, ascending triangles, bullish pennants, bull flags, bearish pennants. Pretty much everything I trade. Okay, let's see. Tesla. I'll talk about Tesla. So Tesla, what's the 1 minute chart look like? Tesla's moving back up here pre-market. Again, yesterday it had a high of 354, basically 355, seen resistance, started coming down. It's hard to say because Tesla follows nothing. Again, it's just a stock built on hopes and dreams for the most part. But again, as you can see here, Tesla started selling off yesterday around 355. 355 is resistance. If you look back, earlier in the year of 2018, the stock popped up to 355 multiple times and then eventually sold off. So again, I would say Tesla is probably a sell, not a buy. Tesla has been moving up for the past couple weeks, just straight up. And now it has a red doji candle at the top of its move. So we're probably going to start seeing Tesla come down. I myself, I'm probably, or at least I was thinking of getting option puts on Tesla for today. So probably going to be trading Tesla to the downside. All right. MARK. Now, what's this stock? MAYTU. So I'll talk about AYTU, sure. So AYTU is a sub penny stock. I would say AYTU is most likely going to go red. Well, not necessarily red, but it's going to start selling off. If you look at the yearly chart, AYTU has popped right up to its 50 moving average. So AYTU popped almost right to its, or actually it did. Wait, let me see. 1 minute, 56. So yeah, AYTU popped right up to the 50 moving average on the daily chart, as you can see right there. So again, I would say most likely going to see a sell-off on AYTU today. All right. MARK. MERK, too low volume to trade. FNSR. FNSR, another one that trades on pretty light volume. I mean, it's kind of just moving up right now. 18, I would say probably not necessarily, but again, watch this. Let me put it this way. I would say FNSR is coming more to a sell. If you look at FNSR, every time it gets to the 200 moving average, it sells off. And look where it's almost at right now. It's almost to the 200 moving average. So you could expect a sell-off is probably going to start occurring here soon on FNSR. CLWT. Oh, interesting. CLWT, a light volume stock, probably not the best to trade. Even if you look at this daily chart, all these spikes have happened recently, but I mean, the most recent spikes have been happening on not a lot of volume, like almost none. So again, CLWT probably not going to be watching that. And it's up right at its 52-week high resistance. So probably going to see a sell-off there. SPLK. Well, it does have range, and it does trade pretty good volume. Not too bad. I don't know. Some about SPLK is telling me it's not the best time to buy. I don't know. I think it's getting a little extended to the upside. Maybe needs a bit of a pullback. I don't know, to be honest. I don't really like that chart pattern. I wouldn't be buy or sell. I'd be neutral on SPLK for right now. VTNDM SPY. V. Well, V is right next to the 52-week high. It's right on the 9 moving average. I would say hold off on that because there's really no pattern or nothing really telling you it's a buy or a sell. I would just be neutral on that one as well. Visa. Not necessarily. The market is pretty strong. I would say there's a mix. I would say the market's probably going to go for probably a red move today. Again, we're topping right at this 280 area. Right? You can see that we tried it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, still haven't worked. I would say we're getting ready for a sell-off on the market. Again, we've tried breaking through 280 a couple times now, and it's just no luck. So I would expect that we're probably going to see a little bit of a sell-off here in the market today. All right. So again, those are all the stocks that I'll be watching today. Again, main plays for me will be H&R Block, AT&T, Netflix, Time Warner, and Micron. If anything else pops up on our scanners, then sure, I'll trade them. Again, if we get some notification on our high-day momentum scanner or our reversal scanners, then of course we might trade something else. But for now, those are going to be the stocks that are currently on the watch list. So again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Of course, I appreciate the support. As always, please do give me a like, share, subscribe if you see the videos have value before you head out the door. And then I will see you guys all tomorrow for another pre-market watch list. If any of you guys would like to join into our private trading group, it is the first link in the description below that will get you access to a whole course, trading room, watch lists, scanners, etc. If you guys would like to join, here you go. I'll send out a coupon here in the video. If any of you guys would like to join into the private group, you guys can use this coupon code right here. So there is a coupon code. You could use PennyStock15. That would get you 50% off our private group right there. And all you have to do is enter that coupon at checkout and you'll be good to go. And again, that's for the monthly program. So again, first link in the description. I'll see you guys on the inside and for the next watch list tomorrow morning.